So, guys, this weekend was the NFC and the AFC championship. 49ers.
You said
They
NFC.
could not.
You said
No, no,
NFC.
no, no,
Threw
no.
me
You're
off.
good. You're good. You're good. So, as we all have seen, Jimmy Garoppolo could not pull it through when it mattered most. And there was up 10. You up 10. All you got to do is run the ball. They kept trying to pass. And I'm like, it is what it is. I don't understand when teams are winning late, late in third quarter, early fourth quarter. Why not run the ball? Take off 5, 6 minutes. Because the team ain't going to call the timeout every time you run. Like, what? What are you doing?
I,
Why not run the clock? That's what I
I
do
know
in
we.
that.
I was about to say we could possibly say that, but I mean, until I guess we actually get into the coaching shoes, I guess. I mean,
Hey,
because we can say like, "Hey, we want to run it for
yeah.
6 minutes, just run, run, run."
No, no, no.
But
I'm not saying run it for 6 minutes, but
I'm
when
just
you
saying, but
pass, no time really gets off the clock.
unless you complete the pass, but you just got the wrong person throwing that pass back there. I'm just saying, but
That's true.
I
Very
mean,
true.
at the end of the day, we all know that we want to try to run the ball at the end of the game, and to try to run the clock out. But of course, the other team knows that as well. So if they constantly keep loading up the box, I mean, it's only so much running you can do. So I mean,
Right.
I won't say I could put all that on Jimmy G. I'm gonna have to put some of that on the coaching staff because of the fact of
So, I mean, this is Kyle Shanahan's third time doing it. But, hey, that's story for another.
yeah. So, but at the end of the day, like I said, Jimmy G, we all know he's not one of the greatest quarterbacks, and like I said, for them to keep putting him in these situations to where towards he has to make a play at the end of the game, and he's clearly showing us that he can't get it done. So I don't know
True.
why they thought Sunday that would change, and as we all seen, he threw an interception and ended the game. So
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Jimmy G, what they need to, well, what I should say, what they need to do in the offense all season, they need to figure out this quarterback situation, man. They
I
need to
think
see if
they're
they go.
just going to trade him and go with Trey Lance, though. I
I was just
mean,
about to say they probably gonna have to go with
you
Lance
don't,
because I just don't feel like Jimmy G's that guy, man. He's
because
clearly
you
been
don't,
proven he can't
I
get it
don't,
done.
I don't think you spend all them draft picks and time. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they think they're a little uncertain on Trey Lance or what, but you pretty much sold the farm for him. Now you
True.
just gotta hope he does what Joe Burrow did or what he's currently doing. But what about you, John? What was your takeaway from the Niners meltdown?
Yeah, so my thing is like he didn't just I don't think it was just a meltdown. Like I can't point to any part of the game where I thought, man, Jimmy G was just good.
He missed some
And
throws though. He
no,
missed
he
some
has
obvious
moments. He
throws.
has moments, but I never see where like he looks dominant. Like, man, this guy looks like he could be face of a franchise guy. And like even like when he first started with the 49ers, man, they rattled off like 7 straight wins. And then I look at his stats and I'm like, well, what did he do to make all this happen? And you know, he come out and first thing he talked about was injuries and stuff. Like, man, listen, everybody's hurt, man. You're not alone. You ain't alone. So I'd really think like Jimmy G, like Baker, man, like their upside, if they're healthy, man, their upside is they can get a really good team with a good defense and a real good running game to the championship game. But at some point,
Not Baker.
he was there last year. He was almost he was on
Two
wasn't
games
Brad.
away. He was 2 games away.
No, but they made it. They didn't make. They're one short of the AFC Championship, right?
Yeah,
When
Yeah,
last year?
yeah. You
yeah.
talking about the Browns?
Oh, the Browns. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
But
talking about.
I still
They
believe they
lost
won
to
that game.
Cleveland.
Like I believe
I mean,
if we still call helmet to helmet, that's not a fumble out the back of the end zone and Browns win. So I don't even care about that. I don't think the Chiefs deserve to be there. Well, but if Pat Mahomes don't get hurt, then also the Browns still lose anyway. So either way, but he did get hurt, and so that's part of the game. Whereas refs missing calls shouldn't be part of the game. So I think Browns won that game in my mind. But I'm just saying, like, if you give them a really good running game, good receivers, good defense, good everything, these guys can get themselves pretty far, right? We saw we talking about earlier about the Bears. We're talking about Lovie Smith got Jay Cutler to an NFC Championship and Rex Grossman to a Super Bowl. But at some point, those guys have to make a throw. And
Well,
if they
Jake
can't
Cutler
do
didn't
it,
play in that championship. He didn't play.
yeah,
In
and
that
if they can't do it, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And so, listen, the running game for the 49ers was terrible. And after Debo went out, for we got hurt or let it a little for a second there, like it really changed like the aspect of the game. It was like, you know what I mean? Like everyone knew what was going to happen. And there's nothing, the 49ers don't really catch you off guard with anything. I remember watching Juice with the Packers. Man, the Packers had like 14 trick plays lined up just for their fullback. You know what I mean? Like they would run all kinds of stuff. Like if he gets the ball in the 49ers game, you know what it is. It's just run straight up the middle. Like they're not creative at all. There's nothing creative about them. They're just old school, hard-nosed football. And if that don't work, then they don't change it. And so do they need a coaching change? No, because this team was built to play hard-nosed football. I don't know that any other coach could really take this team and do the thing right because they try to change this team, and this team is just not that kind of team. So,
but it is a problem.
That's what I'm saying. I really think this thing
fumbled the
caps
bag
off
3 times.
Yeah, I think this is the best this team can get. Like you would need a complete overhaul of this team for it to have a different identity.
I wouldn't change. I would keep Kyle Shanahan. Honestly, I mean, I just feel like he, like John said, I feel like he's perfect for that system, and I just feel like
But I still think that
Shanahan, he's calling the plays, but I just feel like he doesn't have that guy to execute the plays. And Jimmy G's just not that guy, man. Simple as that.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, sure. If you can go get Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers, sure, that's the quick fix. But I mean, other than that, like I truly don't know, like, how you just. I really think this team is peaked at NFC Championship / I don't think they can win a Super Bowl. Like I think they have the talent to fight really hard, and if they stay healthy, they got good defenders and stuff. They can go a long way. But yeah. At the end of the day, a running game would open up if you have a quarterback who can throw, and they got to go get that quarterback, or else Jimmy G's really got to get healthy. Like,
so let me ask you
I don't know how healthy that would be.
Do you think they're sold on Trey Lance?
They ain't got no choice.
They don't. They don't. But I mean, you could. I mean, we've seen it millions of times. Look at Jamarcus Russell and the Raiders. They thought they had a diamond in the rough. The rest is history.
I don't think they play Trey Lance unless if Jimmy has a 3-pick game or he gets hurt. Sure, then they give Trey Lance. But I don't think they're getting rid of Jimmy G just to bring up Trey Lance.
That makes sense.
Like I said, if they could pull, if they got the money or salary cap or whatever to pull off any one of these free agencies, and the free agents, I should say, that would be good for them. But if they can use Jimmy G as some type of leverage of, maybe, like I said, getting rid of him or whatever, to where they could bring in, I want to say maybe a wide receiver or, a little bit better running back or something like that, or anything. Because, I mean, the defense, I feel like is okay. Because clearly the defense only held, what I'm saying, the Rams only to, 17 points, 20 points or whatever.
Neither team could run. Like neither team could run the ball. It was bad. It was
I feel
bad.
like the defense is fine. They just feel like the offense. I feel like they just need a elite receiver or back.
Yeah, that's right, and that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it came down to one. Like Matt Stafford played better than Jimmy G. Like both defenses were good, both running games were bad, but one quarterback outdid the other. And like I know that again, I know Debo was hurt and all, but so that does change things. Like we can't just ignore that.
He got smacked in back-to-back weeks.
Right, so that changes stuff.
He was taking some punishment.
Yeah, so you can't just ignore that. So again, man, it's one of the things with every team we say, like you got to stay healthy. It's not easy to do because you don't ever know when you're going to get a hit like that. But also you got to have more than like one guy too. Like you got to have some more weapons. You can't be that reliant on one player. When Debo goes down for a minute, you got to still pull through, and they just didn't.
True.